winds 55 miles per hour or greater, saturated ground. So as I was watching this news story this morning, they showed a line of trucks that they were already preparing, and they were already on their way down there. There's a what they call it, like med kits, first aid kits, and all this bunch of stuff.
Disaster relief. Disaster relief or disaster ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's that's just so crazy, the preparation. I think that we've learned from past storms. What was the one that hit Texas last year?
Oh, last year.
Was it Herman or something like that?
You know what? I can't even remember what it was called, to be honest, but it devastated Houston.
Well, what did Trump say? It was a tremendous storm.
I don't know what Trump said. I know that it devastated Houston. Houston
no, that's what he said about
flooded.
This one's tremendous.
No, it was flooded, and actually, so there's a story with that. Of course, I think I have a story for everything.
Bring
right?
it. That's why we do what we do, Miss Kay. I love your stories. You make me laugh. I love it.
Well, this is a heartwarming story. So, one of my church members, the ladies that go to church with me, and a good friend of mine, her daughter goes to school at Moorhead University in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And so her heart was broke over all of the tragedy with the flood last year in Houston. So she did a can drive or a clothing drive, and she got all of the college students to bring in all of this stuff. The church sponsored her. She got to do it on campus. She got to gather all this stuff up, and then they brought it to the church, and we loaded it all up, packed it up, and her mom used the church vehicle, and they drove it to Houston and dropped it off.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, it was
awesome.
just like really cool that.
Heck yeah. Well, a lot of people, and it's horrible that it takes something this catastrophic to actually bring people together
and
that want to help somebody
like it
and help
does
each other.
every time. Why can't we just stay together
Right.
like we're supposed to? Why does it always have to take a devastating turn in order
Well,
to
yesterday was what, 9/11, the anniversary of 9/11. And of course, I remember, how's the song go? Where were you when the world stopped turning?
Hey,
Something
how are
like
you?
that.
I heard that.
And so that brought everybody together. That was it was a crazy time, September 11th. It was just we were in shock, you know what I mean? Like, usually we're the ones dominating, we're the ones, we're America,
Yeah.
So people were like, uh-oh,
Yeah.
and it kind of puts you back in that, I love my neighbor. I need to treat somebody the way I want to be treated. It put people back in that mindset, but it didn't last long.
Right.
So these storms, like these areas will come together in a time of tragedy, but we need to figure out how we can make it last without tragedy.
Right, absolutely.
I got a couple people, Angela is on live right now. She says that she hopes that the first responders or the responding teams, which I didn't even think about, she hopes that they're in place so people don't wait so long to get found after all this stuff. And hi, Darian. Hey, Shane. Thanks for watching.
We got a whole list of them. Hi, y'all. Thank y'all for being on.
watching.
Thanks for watching. I'd call you by names, but I can't see that far. Let's just be honest.
Let's be honest. But that's so crazy. That is so crazy that it does take tragedy to bring people together anymore.
Yeah.
So you lived in Texas for a while.
Yeah, I lived in Texas for a while. Yeah. Yeah. So it would be easier to say I've lived in Ohio for 10 years. So not even 8 years. So yeah. The rest of it was in Texas.
I got you. So while you were there for a long time. Did you go through any storms? Was there anything crazy?
No, we didn't have any storm in the area that I was in. Now, when Hurricane Katrina come, we got a lot of refugees in our area actually from Katrina that had to move, and I can remember it was at that time I was an assistant manager at a convenience store, and I remember like every other day having to go out and change gas prices, or it was just crazy and a lot of traffic, and it was just like there was a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
A lot of chaos, and we were like in the center of Texas, so where there was no way of getting any bad damage or whatever.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Huh. That's nuts. I come from a small town, so we did have a tornado though. Tornado touched down. I want to say this was '03. That was I come from Owensboro, Kentucky, so you can walk from one end of it to the other in like 2 hours. You know what I mean? So kind of a small place. So for something like this to happen, it landed what's known as Wesleyan Park Plaza, and that's where our trying to use the proper term, but the old folks home. That's what the old folks
The
home is.
nursing home.
The nursing home. Well, it's like assisted living or something like that.
Assisted living. Okay, yeah,
okay.
that's better.
sorry, guys. I don't get out much.
He
2000
doesn't.
was
He
it
really
2000?
doesn't.
It wasn't 2000. There was one in '03. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Anyway, but it was like devastating though. And I remember I was downtown, down closer to the river at a buddy's house when all this went down. And sirens were going off, and of course we're watching the TV and blah blah blah, and the sky is just looking crazy, you know. But I love storms. My brother and I used to sit out on the roof and watch storms, watch the sky turn red and all types of stuff. And we'd hop in the car. He put me in the car, and we'd just take off and ride through storms and stuff. He's like a storm chaser type guy. But anyway, January 2000. All right, thanks, Neely. But so we get on our bikes after everything was like clear, and they said that tornado touched down, blah, blah, blah. And it's probably, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at this point. And we hop on our bikes and we're riding up Frederica Street. And like all of a sudden, like all the lights were off and trees were down, and like you could totally see carnage. It was totally crazy, like something I'd never seen firsthand before. But that's nothing compared to the storm that's about to Florence.
Not a clue, right?
Florence is about to wipe out some coastline property for sure. So
Sure, yeah.
prayers go out to everybody there and friends and family.
Absolutely.
They said it was like a mandatory evacuation.
Well, then they better be evacuated.
I know,
I mean,
right?
that's just all I got to say. The last time they said a mandatory evacuation, well, I mean, I don't know about the last time, but Katrina was, if that's not enough to say, okay, you better go, then you should, I don't know.
Right, well,
You should
for
go.
sure. Well, especially like now, everybody is updated. You have everybody, the storm has been on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter,
Right.
or as mom would say, the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Are you on that Twitter? So yeah, you have plenty of notice. You have plenty of insight as to what you need to do, how you can prepare, blah, blah, blah. So I don't really understand having an excuse to kind of stick around. Like, even though my brother and I used to ride through storms, I don't think I want to ride through this one. We were coming back from Florida one year with my parents, and it was Hurricane Aaron was coming in. I didn't even know until I got back home. But Daddy's driving, and in front of us, the sky's just black. And I mean, like black. It's not like storm clouds. These aren't like storm clouds. These are clouds. And I love storms. So like I said, so it put me to sleep. Like I'm in the back seat, man. I'm out, And Daddy wound up having to pull over because it was just, the rain was so torrential downpour, you couldn't see. And he got back on the road, and I remember Mom saying like he was going like 5 miles an hour, couldn't see the taillights in front of him. We got on the other side of it, and my mom was like, she was scared, you know what I mean? And I kind of woke up and I looked behind me, black behind me. I'm like, we literally drove through a huge storm. Turns out it was Hurricane Aaron.
Wow.
That was nuts. And that was back in, I don't know, Neely, can you tell me when that was? I don't, I was little, I was young.
He was just a baby, so we don't know.
I really don't
No,
know that one for sure.
We had a pretty bad tornado up
Hey,
in
Lacey.
our area a couple of years back, probably 3, 4 maybe years back. And I don't know, it didn't seem to bother my house, which was really good, but it did.
Student loan people.
It did take out like just not even a mile away from my house. It took a whole trailer house out. It flipped it, and it rolled it down the road. The road actually that we drive into to get to my house, the trees was all down. It took all of the trees down. I mean, it was just only by the grace of God that it didn't really come and tear us up.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
And I was at home when it happened, and didn't even know anything was going on.
Oh yeah, that's nuts. There was a few times that happened. That's what happens.
Recording? Oh,
Yes, it
I was
is.
trying to get it out this frame. That's
Y'all are
all.
crazy. Y'all are crazy. Blue came
Like
in here
so,
messing
Blue
up stuff.
comes in,
Thanks a
touching
lot,
our
Blue.
stuff.
Let me give you a
Thank
shout
you,
out.
Blue.
What's your last name? Loppy?
Blue Lobby.
Blue
Film.
Blue Films.
Come
Blue.
say hi since you're in here messing
Yeah,
things
come
up.
say-
Come
come say
show
hey.
them who did it. Hey, say hey.
Old Blue's in the house. Hey, I got to give shout out to Old Blue though. He helps us out with the
Yeah, he
cameras.
is. He's awesome.
He's a good dude. He's got his little film thing going on. If you got any projects, look him up on Facebook. What is it, Blue Lobby?
Yep, Blue Lobby.
Blue
Yeah,
Lobby
yeah.
Films. Look him up on Facebook. He'll hook you up. Music videos,
He's a good guy.
car videos, whatever. Videos, whatever you need. He's your dude for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave out Al neither, because if he's watching, you know what I'm saying, my man Al
Yeah.
Films or whatever.
Hey, Al.
What's his? Al,
Oh,
something by
Al.
Al.
Is it
Film
something
by
Oh,
Al.
no, Shot by Al.
Shot by Al.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
so that's-
is it not? No, it's videos by Al.
Videos by Al.
Videos by Al.
Al, we love you, Al.
Al,
Yeah,
we
messed
love
up.
you. We
Yeah,
don't know
look
who
at
you are, but we love you.
Look up both of them. Look up both of them. You can't find these around there somewhere. So Blue and Al, want to give them a shout out. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. cityunderground.com, the only station that is live, local, and lit. You're listening to this edition of OKaye, Let's Be Frank. We're talking about Hurricane Florence. It's supposed to make landfall tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Round 2, I think is what I read. It's supposed to be record water, record winds, record craziness. If you have friends or family around the area, be checking in on them, make sure they're okay. People from all over at least this side of the Mississippi, they're sending in trucks, they're sending in first aid kits, they're sending donations. So if you, I don't have a website, but I'm sure if you look on your phone, look on Facebook, there's somewhere, if you want to help, there's some way that you can do that. Super cool, super crazy. We were just telling some stories about how we've been through some storms and getting a little nuts. I guess like my brother and I used to ride through storms, and oh man, life is its own storm, you know. Life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long, but not through a hurricane.
Not through a hurricane. Yeah.
Oh,
Leave
my
the
goodness.
hurricanes out.
Right. What was that movie? Denzel movie, The Hurricane, right? He's a boxer or something.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't.
Kay don't get out much, guys.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I don't. I know I have a lot of stories, but I don't get out. You're right. I got a lot of stories, but I don't get out much. So.
Oh man, I'm just messing. She just got out of you just got out of prison. Is that right?
No,
We were talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Shut up. No, I did not.
Man, that's so.
No.
She the one that put the fentanyl
No.
in the prison.
That's why we know so much about it, right?
Right.
Because I'm the one to come in and told you all about how that works.
Oh my goodness.
No,
That's crazy.
we got an update.
She was
Well, we
like,
didn't get an update on that, but we did get an update on an idea of why or how that happened.
yeah,
So-
yeah. Now she's trying to play it off, but yeah, it was. We got an idea. Oh man, that was whole. What we talked. We just talked about a bunch of corruption.
You don't even
and-
know. Here you go.
And we just talked about a bunch of corruption and how it could have gotten in there or whatever. They'll never find out. They'll never tell. It's super silly.
Yeah, they'll find out, but they'll never tell. We'll
For sure.
never find out.
Yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know. I mean, we know,
Yeah.
but we'll never know for sure.
Right.
We'll never know for
exactly.
sure. Anyway, again, I'd just like to thank you guys for watching on Facebook Live. Keep liking, sharing, helping us out a little bit. Okay, Let's Be Frank is really going to be a thing. We have a website. We launched our website. We're
Absolutely.
putting content on our Yoo-hoo. Get out of here. Yoo-hoo. Our Yoo-hoo bottle has our face on it. We're putting content on our YouTube page. Stop it. Anyway, hey, we're about to play some commercials, all right? And
All right.
after, stay tuned, because we have a gentleman by the name of Anthony Michael that's coming in. He's a local artist. He's got some jams we're going to jam to. We're going to talk to him
Absolutely.
for a little bit as we continue talking about current events. So stay tuned. We're going to pay some bills and play some commercials or
Play
whatever.
some commercials.
Play some commercials. We'll be
All
back in
right.
just a moment.
All right.
Ohio Media School.
Come on in, bro.
Come on in. Hi, how are you? Okay.
How you doing, man?
T.O. everybody.
Teal, that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
My fault, bro.
Teal.
I didn't have that written down. I'm all right, man. Hanging out. You know, living the dream. Yeah. I guess we can shut the door now.
Right here on campus.
That's what's up. Hey, Facebook Live. This is T.O.
T.O., man, yeah.
T.O.
Yeah.
T.O. You know what I'm saying? Not Terrell Owens.
Hey, no, that's right. It said for trust in your home, like believe it.
Okay.
That's what's up. Trust in your home. Yeah.
That's love, bro. That's love. We're gonna be interviewing him. I don't know what questions I'm gonna ask. We go off the dome in here, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, I can talk.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, heck yeah, man. I'm glad. Super glad you came in. I'm glad we could give you an opportunity
I appreciate it,
to do this and kind of showcase. And
What happened?
I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. Sorry for
It's
y'all.
not apparel, it's the clothing of confidence.
Hey, I'm gonna get it right one day, y'all. For real. It's gonna go. But usually how this goes is I play these commercials and then we'll play one song after the commercial. Or it was twice. At the 20 and then the 40. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm gonna let him, or I'm gonna talk to him for the next segment, and then after that, yeah. Do you only have one song?
I got a couple songs.
Yeah.
Well, usually during our show we only play 2 songs.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll play one after we get done talking. We can throw one in after he gets done talking, and then play another one after the commercial.
Well, I have to hunt it up.
We'll just play the one after.
Downloaded it yet.
We'll just play the one after the
So I
commercial.
did send though, I sent the one that you, well, I sent the one link that you sent me,
Yeah, yeah.
short, to the underground. So
Okay.
I can just do the same thing with the album.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah. And then he'll get them into the system, but he's got to approve them. That's not hard. Jado pretty cool.
So y'all like y'all stream, right?
We're on Facebook Live right now. Yeah, he didn't even know, man. He been filmed.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't say nothing crazy. That could have been all bad. I hear you talking about y'all mind if I roll up? Yes, we do mind. Please don't. Oh man, this place is really.
He is silly. He is silly. It's so much fun though.
See, my job watching this right now.
Your job.
My day job watching this right now.
That's what's up. What is your
I
day
ain't
job?
I ain't a full-time rapper yet, but I will be by next summer.
I hear that.
But I work at Toyota.
That's what's
There's
up.
good people there, man. Shout out to Toyota, man.
Shout out to Toyota.
Yeah, man.
I was a Kia guy at one point.
Hey, good you up, man. Go get you a Toyota.
He said, "Go get your Toyota." I hear you, man. That's what's up. But he said, "So you aspire to be a full-time rapper?"
Man, yeah, I'm an entertainer, man. Like people say I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
I started off dancing, man. Like I'm a really great dancer. I've danced for a while, but like when I got that dance block, like I gotta go to my pen. I'm in my pen every day. I'm in my pad every day. I'm writing every day. I got something. I got bars.
I hear you.
I got bars.
Are they gold?
They're gold.
Oh boy, he got gold bars. He like Fort Knox up in here.
Fort Knox.
That's what's up. Yeah, put that on your thing or whatever. Put that in your pocket. Well,
Is
that's
it
what's
on?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything on.
Yeah.
I hook everything up to where you just gotta clip it and go.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
So you can see us do some little technical work here,
a little bit. I'm surprised I didn't break it already.
right? That's okay. That's why Blue's standing in a corner.
That's why I'm losing. He's in here in case Frank messes something up. That's why they usually don't let me touch nice stuff. Mess it up. Nah, that's cool though. That is super cool.
That probably ain't a very smart thing to be saying. I mean, I'm just saying. Some things, Frank, you should keep to
Right.
yourself.
Some things are better left unsaid, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all good. So Toyota, how long you been Toyota?
Man, 2.5 years.
2.5
Yeah,
years.
man.
That's what's up. You sales?
I sell, man. I'm selling, man.
I can see that.
Selling with, man.
Promotion. TO and promotion. Vehicular promotion. That's what they call it. Forget car sales. Vehicular promotion. Put that on your car, kid.
Yeah, man.
I'll charge you 10 cents a car. For sure. That's crazy. Heck yeah. So you got a couple of songs. Do you have like an EP or anything
I
else?
got a whole album I put out 2016. What I'm doing is different. So I never put that out like on like something like a hard copy. I never like pass it out. I just did it digitally. So the next one I put out, the next album is coming out very soon. I'm gonna put the album that I did on the back, and then that was gonna front on the side. Come to put some videos out for that too. So yeah, it's just something different, you know. Because a lot of people want to see videos from my older project too. So
Heck yeah, bro. I'm glad you answered these questions. I'm gonna ask the same ones again. So we go. But no,
Just be
dude,
sure to remember though to submit them to cincyunderground.com
yeah.
or cincyundergroundmusic@gmail.com. That's
that's the one.
That's the one right there.
I had to, Brendan sent it to me like 5 times. I keep forgetting what it is. I'm like, Brendan, what was that website again? He's like, bro, write it down.
Now Jado gave it to me today. He's like, hey, just email it to. I'm
Right.
like, okay, cincyundergroundmusic@gmail.com.
It's getting hotter, so hot.
You're sucking up all the air, man.
Stop it. Breathing all the white man. I'm just kidding.
Shut up, Frank. Frank,
You never see that
come on,
movie?
man.
You never see that? It was a Blazing Saddles.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about back in the
I know
day?
what you're talking about, yeah.
Oh, white man's there. We're all the white women. Sorry. Hey, that was Tricks and Loyalty. My bad. Hey, thank you for tuning in. You stay in tune, man. You're listening to cincyunderground.com, the only station that is live, local, and lit. You're listening to OKaye, Let's Be Frank. We were talking about the storm a little bit, and Florence is it's upon us, or upon the Carolinas, and it's going to be crazy. And
maybe even Georgia.
prayers and shout outs go to all the people that are down there, and I hope everybody gets out safe. And Lord willing, the creeks don't rise, everybody's gonna be all right. That was a poor choice of words.
Sure was.
My bad.
You sure didn't think that through.
No,
before you
man.
opened your mouth.
Yeah, sorry. I taste rubber all the time. My foot stays in my mouth. Anyway, so if you're just tuning in, we've got a guest in today. cincyunderground.com. You can it's a radio station for unsigned artists, underground music, any type of music. It can be hip hop, country, Christian, whatever. What's the website to submit music?
Submit music at cincyundergroundmusic@gmail.com.
cincyundergroundmusic@gmail.com.
Or you can go to cincyunderground.com and there is a link there to be able to send it through that way too.
Sweet. If you know anybody that has any music or whatever, have them send it in. We have a pretty stellar program director, so he's pretty prompt in listening to things and getting back with you to let you know if you're going to be on the air or not. Today, we have a guy by the name of T.O.
There it is.
Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, I was like, what in the world? Oh, bro, you can tell.
Sometimes,
We have fun in here, man.
Yeah,
Stuff
yeah.
just happens.
Absolutely.
All random, all off the dome. That's how we do things. Anyway, in the studio today, we have a guy by the name of T.O. He's brought us some music. We're gonna play him a little bit. I just want to let him get his word out, get his message out, give him a little airtime. So T.O., thank you for being here with us.
Glad to be here.
yeah,
man.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you
For
know.
real. Thank you.
For sure.
Staying vertical, man. You know.
I hear that. Staying vertical. I love it. What do I say? I woke up this morning. Everything else was a bonus.
Everything else
Right?
is a bonus.
Well,
Right.
man.
No, that's true.
So T.O., yeah, for sure.
For sure.
T.O., tell us a little bit about your name. What does T.O. mean?
TO stands for trust in your own. So it's an acronym like believe in yourself. So TIYO, trust in your own. So like, you know, when people start, hey, I'm just TO, like the football player, they say like the football player.
Yeah, not Terrell Owens.
It's not Terrell Owens, but it's I just
No, that's
4
cool.
letters, you know, broke it down. It means something. It's actually kind of like a pretty cool way to, you know, kind of
For sure. For sure. I like it. That's good stuff. So tell me a little bit about your song. We listened to it briefly. I didn't really listen to it like hardcore.
Right.
So what
I
was
I got an album coming out for what it's worth. The song I sent you is like Get Like Me. All right, and I sent you the outcome as well.
Why? It's not shown to be playing at all.
Anyway, sorry. Say it again. My bad, dude.
I sent you a song. It's called "Get Like Me." It's real good. I just shot a video this week, so the video will be out this week. So if anybody wants to, look at that, check that out. That'll be everywhere. So
That's pretty cool.
in addition,
Have you ever thought about going to the Ohio Media School?
maybe maybe I can be to work.
Well, I mean, honestly.
Is it doing it again?
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand.
Okay,
Okay.
put the phone down.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's down.
Oh man, this stuff's so crazy. What's up, Michaela, Randy? Anyway, I'm sorry. Tell me about the song one more time. Man.
Okay, Get Like Me. It's a very upbeat song. I don't use too many cuss words. I'm just not the type of guy. I don't have to express. I mean, there's cuss words in it, but I don't really use a lot of cuss words in my music just because. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't. I just feel like I don't have to. I don't know. But there is vulgar language in there. Sometimes you gotta express yourself that way.
Right.
But
well, it's you. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Music's upbeat. It means stuff. Man. It's motivational music. Man. So that's what I'm.
Oh heck yeah, dude! I love motivational music, man. So do you make your own beats too?
Don't make my own beats. I usually shop them online. I got a boy, and he lives in Boys Gatto right now. His name's Chew. He does beats. I got a guy in Louisville. He does beats. His name's Andy Mars. Call him Mars, man.
I was gonna say this dude ain't. Everybody got nicknames. This dude ain't got no nicknames.
That's my boy.
Lady Lace, she does.
T.O. and Chew and
Come up
Andy.
with Lady
Yeah,
Lace.
Andy. Shout out to Cuzzo, my cousin Chris. Shout out to my family, man. They always there, man. They probably watching this too right now.
Oh yeah. Did you tell them you were gonna be on here?
I told them,
Ah,
You
man,
know,
that's
hey,
what I'm talking about.
turn
Yeah.
up. They always there, man. So they always support me, man.
Turn up.
At my first show I ever had, it was only me. It was only my two sisters was there, and the dude was at the bar. So I mean, like I was killing. Like people was in the back, like I don't know this guy is. And then my two sisters were like, yeah, like cheering me on. And then you see people come, like, okay, this is pretty good. But I'm like, man, nah, I don't want you to shout. I don't want you to cheer me now. It's too late.
Right.
It's too late.
Pity present.
Yeah. So I'm like, nah. But yeah, they always did.
Heck yeah, that's what's up. So where are you from?
Originally, I can't even say I'm from one place because I'm a military brat. I'm apparently a military.
Military.
So I went all around, man. So I can't say like man spot. I moved here. I've been here for about 3.5 years. Since he taught me a lot. Definitely how to tolerate stuff. This city is great. It can be even greater. I think people's like real cliquish.
Hey.
People don't want to.
Hey.
People don't want to branch out. People don't want to give people their props. People don't want to support people. This is not even mine right here. I'm supporting somebody else. This native. Shout out to Jay Banks.
Hey, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, see, that's my boy. Like so, I'm always supporting somebody. Jay Saladino. Shout out to Jay Saladino. Like everybody know me, like I'm always got a good vibe. I'm always positive. Like I'm always just shout people out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's supposed to be. Like you give them back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but it's not always like that. I think there's so many groups, not just this state. There's so many groups. Like I got this, this. And you can never have one big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. For sure. And I mean that plays into. We were talking a couple of weeks ago about how. Society is very, very much a me society.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And like,
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed to be like passing the baton. You know what I mean. And we were talking about from within the family, but even within the community,
Right.
you know, I'm supposed to teach you some things. You're supposed to teach me some things,
Right.
and then we all grow together. You know what I
Right.
mean. I'm not supposed to hold you down. So,
Right. Exactly.
because at that point, you can only get to the top of the ladder. You can't climb to the sky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to hold somebody else down. So.
Man, people not really respect you. If you stepping on people to get to the top, then once you like all the people you stepped on, what you think they're not gonna respect you.
Right.
You just
Right.
And you might need some of them.
And you might need
someday.
some exactly.
And now look what you did.
Exactly.
So,
You didn't step on them.
Right.
Now it's just you.
you just, people need to treat people like people want to be treated.
Exactly.
I mean,
Truth. Now I'm gonna give you an opportunity here, man.
All right.
Where you work at,
Toyota, you already know what it is.
Toyota. What's the Toyota dealer?
Toyota, man. Carry Toyota in Florence, KY.
Carry Toyota. That's
man. Shout out to everybody there.
so go get you a ride. You need a ride. Go see my dude down at Carry Toyota.
Go see Chuck, man. Shout out to Mitch, man. Go
Mitch.
see my man Dave.
Hey, is there a guy named everybody on the sales floor? Is there a guy named Mark Mechanic that worked there? I think he had Nissan.
Shout out to CJ, man. That's the number one dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give you a little something. He went through some. I don't know. He one of his business out there like that, but he went through some trouble. And then he got out of there. He's the number one dude there, and he always give me support. He always take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
He cool. So,
Well, that's what's up, and that's what it's about, bro. And
Yeah.
Right.
I think it takes. I'm just gonna say this. I think that when people go through stuff and come out on the other end, they are more likely to help somebody else.
Yeah.
Because it's that struggle that creates the want to. Man, I need to help somebody else because
Oh,
I
yeah.
know I was hurting. I know
Right.
I was.
yeah.
Man, I've been in a dark place myself. I've been through, not as much as others, but more than some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get that, and that's why I'm so grateful to have this platform to give back. And what
Absolutely.
Yeah.
what Kay and I are doing. I mean, our whole thing is community service, help people.
That's cool, man. Yeah.
Whatever we can do. So that's why you here, T.O.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo.
You already know what it is.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up. All right, man. So what do you think about? Tell me what you think about Florence, man. This hurricane and stuff.
Oh man, that's crazy. Like I got the scoop on it yesterday. I was really looking into it. I think that one of my friends, and then Alexa, her mom was getting evacuated from Florida. Or no, it was like, yeah, I think this is some parts in Florida, right?
Yeah, there was.
Some parts in Florida.
I got the little map drawn up here. That's where it's
Yeah.
mainly gonna be.
That's mainly where it's. Yeah, she was. Yeah,
But down here, I'm sure it's still
It's
gonna
still-
be wet. They were
it's
talking
still
like,
wet,
hey,
yeah.
this was gonna
it
be.
is South Carolina. My bad. Yeah.
That's gonna be like 30 inches of rain or something like that.
So she was in my bad. I said Florida. I meant one. That's where she.
She's in
her mom
Wilmington?
is. Her mom is.
Oh wow.
Wilmington, like they had evacuated. So it was crazy. It's crazy. Right
They
now.
were talking about 3 foot of water.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
3 foot of water. I'm like, that's like.
Yeah, that's half of me.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
That's half of me.
that's crazy. I can't. Yeah.
That's not walk through. Let's go swim.
No, right,
Get out
right.
of it.
Blow up the raft.
And then you
Just sit
gotta,
here.
then you gotta worry about the animals coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Crazy.
All the gators, yeah,
Uh,
snakes.
I'm good. No, I'm good. on
Yeah,
that.
right.
I'm
But
good
that
on
brings me to a question though. So if you were down there and somebody came knocked on your door or they called you or however it happened and they said there's a mandatory evacuation, one, what would there be something that would make you want to stay?
It's gonna be. Yeah, I mean.
No, I would be
As long as you got
bye.
insurance,
right.
See ya.
As long as you got insurance, man, I ain't trying. I mean, I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, there's some people talking about, we're gonna ride out the storm, woo,
Great.
woo, and I'm like, nah, you gonna float away is what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't riding nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think so. Back to past hurricanes, I think they've learned, because I think they did this like last time too. Learn how to board up the houses and learn how to put the sandbags around and so on and so forth to keep them protected and then wait it out. But I still just think, why would you risk your life for that?
Right.
Why? I don't understand it myself. Why would you risk your life? When you can you have insurance, as you said.
Exactly.
So go and live to come back and claim the insurance.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
what are you gonna if you
I'm like
don't? then
impromptu vacation.
Right.
I can't work now.
Right.
That's so
what?
crazy.
So yeah, I don't understand the way
Yeah. Yeah, some people are crazy. Anyway, you're listening to CincyUnderground.com, the only station that oh, thanks, Miss Ebony. Sorry. You're listening to CincyUnderground.com, the only station that's live, local, and lit. We are here with T.O., a local artist. If you have some music you want to submit, maybe you contact Miss Kay or I. Get on CincyUnderground.com. Contact DJ Jado. He's our program director. We can try to get you on here. What's the website to submit music?
CincyUndergroundmusic@gmail.com, or you can always submit it to our email address,
Which is?
frank.h.kh@gmail.com.
Heck yeah. Turn up.
And we can pass it on to Jado for sure.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, that's what's up. We're going to play some commercials, and then we're going to play T.O.'s song. What's that called, T.O.?
Get like me.
Get like me. Get like T.O.
Get
Look
like
at a
me.
Toyota.
Hey.
Get like T.O.
We in here.
Nah, man, it's a pretty cool song, man. I dig it. Any of you that know me know that I love music. So I vouch for the guy. Stay tuned, and we're gonna try to make this happen. And we will be right back after these messages. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know how many times I've done that. There we go.
Your future in broadcasting is here.
I'll get it one day, I promise. Miss Leah says, or not Leah, Miss Ebony says, change the camera because you can't see Frank's face.
Oh, hey, I wonder if it's this one. Which one, Miss Ebony? That one?
Which one you talking about, Miss Ebony? If you watching still.
Right here on campus. What's Cincy Underground? An online radio
See
station
Frank's
with
face
listeners
now.
worldwide. And
Yeah.
around Cincy Town, a television show. Both based right
I
here
don't know
on
what
Ohio
you're
Media School's campus. Join us today by logging on to
Laugh.
I'm still laughing.
Oh man.
Although that's what is great about Frank is like he has always got somebody laughing.
Somebody. I'm
It's
trying.
always-
All smiles, man. Life's too short to be crappy, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
For
But
sure.
you can mark this out too. You don't want to
Mark what up.
Confident fashion.
Take-
You know that you're the best.
Oh, you figured out how to do that?
So why not?
Well, I
Don't
thought I
mess with
did.
Don't mess with stuff.
Don't touch. Do not touch.
Look, it's already all
So, but
messed
you
up.
can't
Man.
see though. Now you can't see his face because all the comments are in the way.
Oh, there you go.
See?
Yeah.
Right. So you got to take it off and then and put it back. You have to swap back and forth.
So how you do that?
You just kind of swipe it. I don't know. You're not to
phone
touch it.
is
I'm not
there.
going to touch
All right,
it.
don't touch it. No.
You would think we were siblings or something.
I know, right?
No.
My big sister, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Little brother, don't talk to me like that.
Hush it. Hush it.
Unsigned and radio edited. I want to hear what you got. You never know. You might hear your track played on air next. CincyUnderground.com. Live, local, and lit.
That was Ayanna Miller. She has a show on here Mondays, CincyUnderground.com. Mondays, I want to say it's 2 to 4. She's doing her thing. Ayanna's got she started a whole movement, like Baldy Babe movement, man.
I've seen that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bro, like she's doing her thing for sure. But anyway, shout out to her.
Hey,
Graduation on Friday.
Friday.
Woo! Hey, turn up. Oh man, I can't even wait. Anyway, so thank you. You're listening to CincyUnderground.com, no station that's live, local, and lit. We are here. You're listening to Okay, Let's Be Frank. We are here with T.O. We're about to play his song for you. So give us your comments. Listen to this jam. Give us your comments and see. Tell us if you like it or not. You ready to ride?
now he says he's ready. Well, let's get it. Or let's attempt to get it.
Now it ain't gonna play. I was gonna say, now it ain't gonna play.
All my day ones with me. Y'all better get like me. Yeah, all my fans show love. Y'all better get like me. Ice all on my wrist. Y'all better get like me. Y'all know I stay lit. Y'all better get like me. Get like me. Yeah, get like me. Y'all better get like me. Get like me. Yeah, get like me. Y'all better get like me. Yeah, all my day ones with me. Y'all better get like me. All my fans show love. Y'all better get like me. Look, a couple bands on my wrist. Y'all can't do it like this. Ran up a van, I'm swerving. Yeah, starting the game like I'm hurt. I did this shit in a hurry. Falling, I feel like I'm hurry. I told them get out my way.
Hey.
I give up on what they say. Pull up, I got in my car like the time that I don't need no fight in the step on my leg. Crazy,
Okay.
think I be going insane. Ride the blood, I do what it does. They trying to hit, they ain't showing them love. Still had to get it, ain't giving no fuck. While I'm Milwaukee, I stay with the buzz. Got money to my thumb. Really come clean, stack of dirty money, put it right in front of you. Jackie Chan, yeah, niggas done it. Easy with it, you can't tell me nothing. Try to get me, they ain't fucking with me. 4 quarters when they got the wrong with me. Why these niggas tripping? I live a tripper, put it right to them. That's how I'ma do them. Belly with me till the day I die. Look the devil right up in his eye. Told that nigga he a fucking lie. Do the shit like the last day. Real one, take it to the grave. One-on-one with it. Me never play, had to stay with it. Minute to the game. On God, nigga, I was never paid. All my day was with me. Y'all better get like me. Yeah, all my fam show love. Y'all better get like me. Ice all on my wrist. Y'all better get like me. Your homie don't want to stay lit. Y'all better get like me. Get like me. Yeah, get like me. Y'all better get like me. Get like me. Yeah, get like me. Y'all better get like me. Yeah, all my day was with me. Y'all better get like me.
Get like me.
That's all
love. Hey. Hey.
Okay. Y'all really look upset. Y'all still ain't jumped yet. I text my old girl like nigga is up next. You guys seem so stressed. My team is so blessed. We run this shit and we call that a home stretch. Leave you at home stretch. Y'all ball, but y'all bound till someone get the check. I need more respect. I'm up to your neck. Money up like it's cars. Tell them cut the check. Do more and get checked. All my day was with me. Y'all better get like me. Yeah, all my fam show love. Y'all better get like me. Ice all on my wrist. Y'all better get like me. Y'all don't want to stay lit. Y'all better get like me. Get like me. Yeah, get like me. Y'all better get like me.
Yeah.
OTO in the building.
Yeah.
That was Get Like Me. Hey, man, that's good stuff, bro.
Yeah.
That is good stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Heck yeah, dude. If anybody else has any music, man, submit it to the website, man. We'll get you in here. That was good stuff, bro.
That's good stuff.
I like
man.
that. I like that.
That goes,
Y'all better get like him.
Hey, get like
me. Heck yeah, man. Well, heck yeah, dude. If we just have a few more minutes here. Like we like to talk about current events and things like that. So, what did you think last Thursday? There was a shooting downtown.
Oh,
Like that was a little crazy. Right?
crazy thing is, my finance manager's barber's dad was one of them that got shot.
Really?
Oh.
So my finance manager's barber, his dad, that's one of the ones who got shot.
So like the older gentleman?
Yeah,
that-
the older- yeah.
Wow.
That was one of them who got,
Hey, Jess.
got killed. He went to the funeral, I think. He went to the funeral yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left early. But,
So
yeah,
like,
it's
what
crazy.
was he doing there in the bank? Was he just?
I don't know. I didn't get it. I didn't ask him. I found out after he left. I was like, well, where he went? Where'd he go? And he's like, oh, he went to the funeral. And then somebody told me. I was like, that's crazy, man. Like, I don't know. Just like, I guess, and the
You
thing
just
is,
never
I've seen
know.
the video
You just
too.
never
Yeah, you never know. Like the dude, you can't really tell because he got like a little satchel, 2 pants, a suit. That's
Yeah.
something that you wear downtown.
Right.
You're going to work, and how I'm supposed to know that this dude about to pull out a gun?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I don't know what I would do. Being in that situation, like what can you do? I was thinking, but it like then it clouds your mind. Like we were talking yesterday, it was 9/11, right?
Yeah.
So when that happened, we started looking at Muslims a certain way.
Right,
we started
right.
looking at people
Yeah.
a certain way or whatever. And so people were like leery about getting on planes and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? And we're having these breakouts of what's it called, hepatitis or whatever.
Mhm.
So now people are leery about going out to
Right,
eat and
right.
all this.
Right.
So now a dude just walking around shooting people at a bank. I mean, I was standing at the bus stop earlier
Yeah.
and I was like, am I gonna get shot? Like you just don't know though. You know what I'm saying?
know,
Like
man.
you don't know
Yeah,
if
you don't, man.
it makes you just wonder. Like this world is so crazy. You don't know when the next
you don't know.
the next day is gonna be your last. And that's why I kind of I dig your motivation and the message that you kind of stand for.
Yeah.
Live each day
Mhm.
for the most, right?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and even you, Frank, live on purpose.
Yeah, live on
live
purpose.
life on purpose.
For sure.
Make
I like
sure
that.
you
Live
make
on
it.
purpose.
Well, that's
Make
gonna be
it-
don't steal it. I ain't trademarked it yet. Don't say
It's
that.
verbal, that's me. It's verbal.
That's what's up. But now let's what Kaye and I are we're gonna start doing is doing
Living on purpose.
we're gonna
for
live on
sure.
purpose,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be our thing. Like we're gonna do a community service. This is gonna be our living on purpose. You know what I mean? And I think people should. You know, we spend a lot of time. You know, kids spend time playing video games, and us as adults. I mean, our phone is our video game. You know,
Yeah,
right.
we're scrolling and looking and laughing and quoting and getting mad and all that. We ain't helping nobody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, I don't know about Kaye. Kaye knows everything. I don't know Jack, so I'm gonna go out here and try to learn how to do something. I'm gonna try to learn how to do something to help somebody.
I'm gonna
else.
teach you, Frank.
Yeah,
I'm
she
gonna
is.
teach you
She's gonna
because
school a brother, man. It'll be like Schoolhouse Rock. You know what I mean?
it's all about giving back. You gotta give
For
back.
sure.
Gotta give back.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
How old do I think you are?
You don't know.
87.
Whoa. 87.
We didn't have enough room in here for the walker.
Right.
Yeah,
So
leave
we
it
like-
outside.
I'm not gonna tell my age, man. I'm not gonna tell my
You wanna
age.
tell your
I'm not
age?
gonna tell my age.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let
Okay.
them get the album instead of
Oh,
explain.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna let them get the
I
album
see
for
you.
what it's worth. That's gonna, you know what I mean? That's gonna kind of explain
He a promotional
where I'm
genius.
at. Yeah,
He a
that's gonna
promotional
explain where
genius.
I'm at. You know
What I say earlier? I said you a vehicular promotion promoter. Vehicular promoter.
Yeah, man. So
That's funny.
did it get it? R.P. Mac Miller, man. Yeah.
Ah, no joke. No joke,
Mac
bro.
Miller was boy.
You know, like, see, I don't really listen to rap that much.
I understand
So I wasn't-
what he doing.
I wasn't
understand
really.
what he
I'm
doing.
like old school, bro. Like that's why people they say I'm a lame. I listen to like Billy Joel and Earth, Wind and Fire and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my stuff. But I'm not hating. I'm not hating on nothing. But I was just gonna say the only reason that I knew who Mac Miller was because he was good friends with Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah.
He was on Ridiculousness a
Mhm.
lot.
Mhm.
And I mean, I never heard him spit or anything like
Yeah.
that until after he passed. And I listened to some of his stuff. I'm like, that guy, bro, he's talented.
He
Talented.
was, man, he not like the artist now. Like, you know, it's not like no like you know they say mumble like I don't have a problem with mumbling, but I mean it's been the same. Like,
Yeah.
I like bars, man. I
Right.
like something that make me think. All right.
Well, and I think like this whole feud between Eminem and MGK,
yeah,
I really think that that's going to hopefully it's going to spread for people to be more lyrical. You know what I mean? And not because like one reason why I don't really like rap is because it is all the same. It's all
it's saying random stuff. It's not trying. You're not getting to the word.
yeah. There's no message
I
whatsoever.
need a word. What you talking about? So I mean, and you know,
Said, like I don't want another. I
Yeah.
love peanut butter.
I love
Like,
peanut butter, like-
man, that's what we're having for supper. Like, get out of there.
That's cool to do that.
Oh man, it's not.
It's
That's
cool
not-
to do it sometimes.
Hey,
It's cool to do it sometimes. I understand, like you just all right, I'm gonna have fun. But like every time, like I know what you gonna do. Like I
Yeah.
One thing. Here's one thing I really do want to ask you though. What is your musical influence? Like I said, like I listen to some old school. I love Paul Simon. I love old school music.
I like a lot of my stuff is like
He's too young to like old school.
Then,
music.
no,
Come
no,
on,
so I'm just trying to
look
see
at that
what-
baby
Big
face.
Sean,
Big
Big
Sean.
Sean. Sure, I'm 90 years old.
Right. Right.
90 years
Right.
old.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know, J. Cole. You know, I like some King Lowe's. These J.R. Ryder, like Diplomats, man, like Cameron, like those people have bars. Joel, man, like those people have bars.
Like Nas or something.
Man,
Even Common.
Common. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even on Jay-Z until like a couple years. I just never really. I was like, I don't know why people hype him up.
Right.
He started. Then I was like, man, let me really go back and like listen. I'm like, man, he talking like some. Like he talking about like, all right, man, I'm about to have my like talking about like grown stuff. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I'm established and stuff like that, and like that's what made me like kind of like, hey, all right, I respect you, dude.
For sure. For sure.
That's what
I think one of the things that kind of turned me off the rap as well is I was watching this interview and I couldn't tell you who this dude was at all. He had these little braids or whatever. And he said, they said, hush it. Get out.
I know what you're talking about, bro.
But they said spit. He couldn't spit.
He said I can't spit to the old stuff. Man.
Yeah, he said, I can't, man. No, man. He said, I write something, blah, blah, blah. And they said, that's not how it's been done or
Yeah.
whatever. And he said, I don't care nothing about no old school.
Yeah.
I don't care nothing about no old rap. I don't need to know who they are for me to sell tickets. right then I've turned off. Because
Yeah.
like if it ain't for these people laying the groundwork
Right.
and doing the
Yeah.
work,
Then you're not gonna just never
you,
have
Well,
it.
yeah,
would've
you wouldn't have
never
it.
been there
Bro,
anyway.
like I was mad for it. You know what I'm saying?
There's no respect. If you
Yeah,
can't,
you have to have
they
respect.
gave him, I think you talking about, it might have been Lil Uzi. I think they might have gave him an old beat, and he was like, "I'm not spitting to this, man."
Yeah, yeah, that's
It
what
was that one.
Well, he tried. He said,
He couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. And he's like, I ain't gonna do it. Like,
Lil
you can't do
rapper,
it.
yeah.
Ain't you ain't going to. You can't.
You can't
No
go
rapper.
rapper with that. You gotta like spit something for real.
Right. Well, even I don't know if you remember the show, Run's House or something.
Ron's out there.
Red Run, right? Well, his kid, not Diggy, but the oldest one.
What girl?
The oldest dude. He wanted to be a rapper.
Okay,
right?
I know you're talking about JoJo.
JoJo. And so of course, Russell Simmons is his brother and all that. So Russell's sitting there one day and they just sitting at the little counter talking.
Yeah.
And Ron is telling JoJo, hey man, you need to be able to spit anywhere or whatever. And Russell Simmons say spit right now.
Yeah.
And he said he did. But
Yeah.
I mean it wasn't all that, but I mean he's just getting started.
Yeah.
And he's throwing it out there and he's putting himself out there, giving it a shot, you know what I mean? And I'm like, a lot of the industry is effort. A lot of it, like you put the
Well,
effort
yeah,
in.
the more effort you put in, the more return you're going to get for your investment. I mean, if you're just going to halfway do it, then
Right, why do it?
why?
Right.
That's true.
And that's the
Especially
trip.
in something like this, you have to put your heart, your soul, your money, your talent, all of it. You have to put it out there if you really want it to go somewhere.
Heck yeah.
Because they're not going to give it to you.
No, they're not.
Mm-mm.
They're going to
No.
lock it in the trunk of a Toyota.
And send it to
And
Carolina.
send it to Carolina and give it to somebody else.
He said, lock it in the trunk. By the way, it's a big trunk.
Is it?
I got a big
How much
trunk.
space? How much
A lot of
space?
space right there, man. XSC Camry 301. I could just sell it right
He's
now.
gonna sell
Hey,
it. He's
come
gonna
on.
sell it
It's
right
an
now.
XLE Highlander. Man. I don't know. Sienna's on sale. Come on,
You
now.
silly. Sienna on sale, man. That's what's up, man. But no, man, I think what you're doing is great. Anytime you want to come back and be on here, man, I'll give you some publicity. You know what I'm saying? We're more than happy to help you do your thing. You're keeping it positive, motivational, dude. We're all about that. For sure, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
man.
for
Yeah.
sure.
It's really cool to see an 87-year-old man be out there, putting himself out there.
Put yourself out there, yeah.
93,
Living
man.
every
93.
day.
93.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
Hey, not a problem at
Live
all. I just hope you don't break
every
a
day on
hip.
purpose.
For real, like be careful. Watching them take the elevator. Don't take the
The
steps.
elevator, I'm gonna say the elevator.
Look, me and my phone. I'm always having issues.
Always having issues. Now it's froze.
Cheese and rice.
Oh.
Look at that, man.
You
It's
said
all
cheese
tight
and
and
rice.
messed up.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's Spring's tagline right there.
Cheese
Cheese,
and rice.
and
For
rice.
sure. It's cheese and rice and sorry for yelling. That's those are my two go-tos. But anyway, so my phone's all messed up. Birthday's October 6th. Just throwing that out there if anybody wants to hook it up. Anyway, so this man, he says he dances. He's got bars. He writes. He stays in the pen and pad. And apparently he's a hardworking dude. So that's cool, man. Look him up. We're gonna throw some of his music on here. So listen to CincyUnderground.com. Even when we're not on here, but
Right.
Yeah.
we love you to watch and listen when we
Right,
are on here.
absolutely.
Look for T.O. Didn't you say you're getting signed next summer? Or?
So next summer, yeah, that's crazy, right? So they've been in my email a lot, man. So and then tour, I had a tour this year. I just didn't do it. It wasn't paid. It wasn't a paid tour just to get you out there, but the traffic would be really good if it was. But so I just said, hey, you know what? It was like you can always do it next. We can always invite you out next tour, which is cool. And I was like, cool, man. I'll just get my money up this year. Keep stacking like I've been doing for about 3 years.
Right, for
and
sure.
Then, it's about I say about two or three labels looking at me like, hey, you know what? You give me a couple of visuals, man. You might be able to get this or that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's cool. Man. Really.
sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, that meant a lot to me. I read the email at 3 in the morning. I'm like, what? Like, I
That's
get a
super
couple
cool.
of videos.
That
That's
is
it.
super
Like,
cool.
and I'm always there, man. So I found a camera guy. Shout out to Chad, man. One shot. He helped me out with that vid, and he's my guy now. That's the guy. Hey man, let's shoot a video. All right, man, I'm coming, man. So hey.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
absolutely.
Well, man, T.O., thank you for coming out, bro. What's the name of the song again?
The first one was Get Like Me. I got another one called How It Goes, and that's off the new album. Man.
That's off the new album. All right, be looking for those on CincyUnderground.com. This is it for another edition of OKaye, Let's Be Frank. Tune in next week, 2 to 3 on Wednesday. CincyUnderground.com, the only station that is live, local, and lit.
Hey.
Thank you guys for watching and listening.
Okay. Bye, y'all. Frank, say bye.
Adios.
Gotta go.
Adios. Take it easy. T.O. Not Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
T.O. T.O.
There you go.
Hey.
That's what's up. Make sure you get big, man. Don't forget where you started.
Right.
Of course, man.
Yeah, we brought you in.
That's what's up. My man.
Of course, man.
That's awesome. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
man. Appreciate it,
guys. Hey,
Yeah.
no problem, bro.
You get a picture, guys. Take a picture, man.
Oh, yeah, let's get a picture. For sure.
Somebody else come take it.
Yeah.
We can get somebody in here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Keon. Give me a second.
That's cool.
This is,
I gotta get this. I'm gonna take this with me.
I forgot all about it, too. I think it's,
Yeah.
Everybody take a shot to the next.